They cut my trees, so I grew them back with a lawyer's help. I woke up one morning and something wasn't right. The light outside was too harsh. When I emerged from my cabin, I noticed I could suddenly see the sky. I live on 43 acres in western North Carolina, mountain land that climbs from 2,400 to over 3,000 feet. Oak, poplar, and hickory trees surround my cabin, the same ones I've watched grow since 1991. But that morning, half the forest was gone. I climbed up the ridge and stood still. My neighbor, Gary Stockton, a Charlotte developer, had clear-cut a 150-foot wide swath right down the mountain. All of the trees were destroyed. And worse yet, the cut extended 40 feet onto my land. 23 mature hardwoods eliminated. When I approached him, he didn't even glance up at me from his blueprints. We had to open up the view, he told me. I informed him he'd moved across my line. He smirked. They're just trees. I'll pay you $500. That's when I said, you'll hear from my lawyer. My attorney, Robert Clemens, was a third-generation mountain lawyer who knew timber law better than anybody. He took the pictures and said, a forester went out and measured all the stumps. Worth the whole amount? $41,000. According to the law, Gary was indebted by $123,000. We wrote a demand letter. Gary's hype-out attorney left and countered with $5,000. So we sued. In the course of the case, we learned something big. Gary did know where the property line was. His own surveyor had flagged it, and he relocated the flags himself. The logging crew gave sworn testimony. That made it willful trespass. At trial, the case was airtight photographs, testimony from witnesses, even the relocated markers. Treble damages were punishment enough, Gary's lawyer claimed. The judge was not convinced. Ultimate decision! $123,000 in damages, $47,000 in punitive fines, $28,000 in attorney fees, plus a court-mandated replanting schedule. Total, $198,000. When the verdict was announced, Gary Braun said, I don't have that kind of money, he protested. The judge said, then you shouldn't have cut down someone else's trees. His bank withdrew the loan. His dream house remained half-finished and empty for 8 months before he sold it for a price lower than what he had paid. 3 years later, 3 years after, the forest returns. The new shoots reach